This tutorial is about creating a mirrored feature. Okay, we're going to practice that. So, mirror, to use the mirror pattern, we need to have some particular feature that we want to use. As you can see here, I've started a sketch, so I've got a closed profile that I created, basically with some particular sizes. All right, just more or less an L. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pause it, create this part, and then we're going to come in and extrude this part out. I'm going to make it 0.25 out, click OK, all is fine and good. So I've got this L-shaped part. Next step, I'm going to mirror that part in one of two directions. Notice how when I come over it, it identifies it as a feature. Now I just have to identify a mirror plane. By clicking on the mirror plane, I can then identify a particular surface, which, as we know, we can use as a work plane or datum plane. Okay. We could also use our origins. The thing is about this is that if you're going to use that as a mirror plane, it has to mirror some aspect specifically. So the best thing to do, I find, is to either draw one in or use a plane that's already there, a work plane that's already there. So I'm going to do that, and notice how it gives us a representation of what it should look like. Now notice how I could also change that mirror plane to be the bottom, okay, and get a similar result. Okay, if I'm doing the same thing, I could go back to mirror plane to the front, and you can see how there's a couple different options of what I could do with this. All right, let's make a little feature here. So let's go off the back as we had initially. Click OK. Now we've just created a mirrored part. Okay. What's really neat about this as well is we can come back in, and I could do the same thing again, but I could mirror it down below. All right, so I could identify. Okay, I'm going to do this. Mirror the part. Identify what I just had. Let me. Okay. Identify both features. Alright. So I get both of them in there. Notice how they're both blue. Took a little bit of prodding. I had to go back to feature after clicking on both. But once I have this part, now what's really neat is I can click on mirror plane, and I could create another whole part based on those first two that I mirrored. So ultimately I join them all, and I end up with something that looks like a big cross. Okay. And again, this is handy. You can use this in many different situations. For this situation now, please go ahead and just try building this. All right, if you have any questions, please ask. Once you're finished with this, go ahead and try to pick something and try it on your own. Good luck.